into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Good morning, South Africa. Welcome to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. We're live right here on SABC3, and it's a Friday.
It is a Friday because not only is it a long weekend, it is Father's Day on Sunday, and of course the school holidays start. So it's a triple whammy.
It is. And what a fantastic show we've got for you. We've got the Amandla Freedom Ensemble in the house this morning. They're going to be setting the tone for what's going to be an amazing weekend ahead for all the young people who are limitless in South Africa, always pushing boundaries and really making their mark, right?
That's right. That's absolutely right. And of course, we've got a jam-packed show for you today. I mean, it is literally not just an ordinary Friday. It's one of those days where we really make it a Friday.
Yay, in every sense of the word. We invite you to connect with us. Join us on the show till 9 o'clock, but also connect with us on social media. Use that hashtag Expresso Show. Share with us your stories of what you're going to be doing throughout the weekend. And in the meantime, though, let's find out what the rest of the team are going to be doing while we grab a coffee.
Well, speaking of that weekend, of course, Father's Day is coming up. A very good morning to you, and thank you for joining us this morning. And the question we're asking on social media is whether you have gotten your dad a gift for Father's Day yet. And of course, our friends at Woolies have been helping us with the A to Z of dadding. Every single gifting idea that you could think of in between. So on Facebook, we've got a poll going on. A to Z of dadding, hashtag Woolies. Father's Day. Have you got your dad a gift yet for Father's Day? It's either no, Woolies, here I come, or yes. Sorted. Let us know whether you've done that already. Vincent, very early on in our comments, saying, good morning, Expresso family, and have a blessed and beautiful, happy Friday. And Nabila saying, no, guys, money's tight to mention. But listen, it's not always about the money, hey? Like, we've given also some great ideas on how you can just creatively, at home, take, for instance, the simplest of ingredients, put them together, and make a lovely breakfast in bed for dad. So, you know, I think as long as you just show him appreciation, show him love, that is all the gifting that he will need. But of course, as we start the brand new day, we will ensure that there's so much feel good in your day. Let's catch up with the rest of the team and find out what they're up to.
Oh, well, listen, we're back in the beauty room. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Can we continue talking about the breakfast you're going to make for your dads, please? That's I'm enjoying that trend quite a lot.
What would you like to have on Sunday?
French toast. I'm just going to put it out there. By now, you should know the French toast is my favorite thing in the whole world. Good morning, guys. My name is Graeme Richards.
Your dad would like French toast.
I'd actually love to see the French toast that he would whip out. Now, guys, what is going on here? There is so much lotioning.
Hydrate.
It is so cold.
It is freezing at the
We
moment.
need the moisture.
50 Shades of Grey knees are not a vibe. Not a vibe, ever, okay? So make sure you moisturize.
We could actually just begin and end the show right here with the gems, the pearls. There's not enough space left in my brain for all of the beauty tips and hacks and things that I now know. It's absolutely amazing. But the beautiful ladies are here. Of course, for you this morning. Why? Because it's a Friday, you're with Expresso, we're live, and it's absolutely awesome. We've had the most incredible week, guys.
We really have had the best week. And I mean, of course, we've been chatting to so many wonderful dads, catching up with them about dadhood ahead of Father's Day. So it's been really great.
How cute is Lindo, dude? Is that little family setup is just so awesome. Okay, so we've established that it's cold and that there is no ashiness allowed. So let's see what the weather is like in your area so that you can get the lotion out if you have to. Let's start up in Joburg. It's sunny. We love the sun of that. Sunny conditions with little to no wind, clear skies for the entire day. I can just picture that crisp blue Joburg sky. Love it. Temperatures become chilly towards the evening. Humidity rapidly decreasing as the afternoon approaches. But warm conditions expected over the weekend. We love that. In Durban, as expected, sunny. In fact, plenty of sunshine with clear skies expected for the duration of the day. A light northeasterly breeze picking up towards the afternoon. Enjoy a break from the rain, guys, our weatherman says. Then in PE, sunny conditions again with a light southwesterly wind that decreases towards the evening. Sky remains clear for the duration of the day. Warm temperatures are expected for the entire weekend. What is going on? Plenty of sunshine with little of no wind in the mother city as well. Clear skies expected for the entire day. Temperatures remain steady for the day and humidity decreases towards the evening.
We're about
It's
that life.
perfect. It's like
about that life.
you've just stepped into an oasis. I know it's a long weekend, holidays are kicking off. It's an important time to have great weather. So awesome.
Exactly.
You got your prepped.
Talking about wardrobe and what we're wearing, I just discovered this extreme moisture body oil. I love that it says extreme moisture. And I feel like a big part of my outfit today is the fact that there's a little bit of leggage coming out. And because we do not want 50 Shades of Ash to be taking over, I'm going to try what? I'm going to try this extreme moisture that's going to look at that.
Have you ever-
Of course, I'm also wearing a skirt today.
So what's
to
the
the
hard and
leg.
fast rule, guys? Because I have to say, from
an
like an
extreme
insider's
moisture?
perspective, when the short skirts come out, it does make life on camera a little bit tricky. You've got to kind of navigate the set a
do,
little bit more
you do,
particularly. Is there a hard and fast rule when dressing this kind of vibe? What's your go-to? You've dressed it up, beautiful high heels. You look
Exactly.
chic, you look beautiful, but it's still quite spicy.
Well, the thing is, you know what, you've just mentioned that there are some nice sunny days coming. It is still chilly, so as you can see, we're covering the top with a little bit of chunky, and then because the sun is coming out, just like sun's up,
And you just
sun's
hit
up,
a
guns out.
little
Do you know what I'm saying?
spicy shoulder as well.
But
You can
also
throw it
just
into the
make
mixer.
sure that those parts of the skin that is exposed, like the shoulder here, still looks like it's alive.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to
You
make it
know?
out of the room. Everyone's just going to be like
I keep
sliding around.
oiling the same leg. Maybe I should swap legs.
You don't want the skin to look dead, so still make sure that it's popping.
Oh man, I love it. Well, you can let
Wow.
us know what you think of both of these gorgeous ladies, gorgeous outfits today. Maybe they've inspired you to ramp it up just a little bit going into your weekend, your beautiful weather over the weekend. But of course, we're going to continue with this inspirational show this morning, and we've got another amazing performance, coming your way.
Ashy elbows. Can't have that.
I've never been actually.
Well, there we go. Listen up. From a music front, we have the inimitable Amandla Freedom in the studio. Brother, man, how are you doing, huh?
I'm good. Long time, man.
Oh, a long time. Last time I saw you, we were trying to get our bags in the stowaway compartment of an aircraft somewhere because you were on your way on tour.
Yeah, so we're going to Reunion Island with the Tune Recreation Committee, and we're back. And we're doing a show at the Artscape Opera House and commemorating Youth Day.
That's absolutely fantastic, man. It's great to have you back on the show. Looking forward to the music. But otherwise, how's the year been treating you? We're halfway through it now. This is supposed to be like the quiet season in the entertainment industry, right? I mean, because it's cold, people don't go to functions
Well,
much.
it's about to get busy, very busy, because we're performing tomorrow with the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra and the Relative Voices. And then we're hitting it up at the National Arts Festival, now known as Makanda.
Oh, yes, of
formerly
course.
known as Grahamstown.
Yes.
And will be an exciting. So the year is about to kick off, and lots of exciting things. As you currently know, I'm the current Standard Bank Young Artist for 2019. Which also means that nice things are coming. Moving forward.
That's very PC, man. Nice things are coming. Good man, good man. So what have you prepared for us today?
What have I prepared for you today? Well, the band is not all here, but I've got my friend here by the name of Khonsi Magene, and we're going to have like a small improvisatory thing for trumpet and drums entitled Cry for Freedom.
I like that. I like that very much. Because improv is as it happens in the moment.
Yes,
and I can
always.
see Khonsi in the back being like, yo, my man, you know we're going to drop that. We're going to do that. So it's going to be absolutely
sure.
amazing, man. I think that's the kind of Friday that I'm looking forward to. And we're going to find out about that trip in the Reunion Islands and how it went there. So keep those stories nice and warm for us. But of course, make sure that you don't miss out on performances from Amandla Freedom a little bit later on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But right now, let's catch up with the latest entertainment news.
Okay, so Thabiso's here with the coffee. Nice guy, thanks dude.
Did you bring for us?
Wow.
Now that's of you. That's of you who only brings for yourself.
No. There is an actual section, a moment directly after this that says presenters to order first cup of coffee. So that's why I didn't order for you, because it's actually part of the show.
Now, buddy, you're the first respondent to
feel
get
like
The only reason I have this one is because I said when we opened with Zoe, I said, let's go grab a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
So
Very
continuity is very important, guys. I can't stress it enough.
Buddy, first of all, I'm just going to make sure you have no ashy skin exposed, eh?
No,
I see you've
you want
covered
some
up as
hand
much as you
cream?
can.
yeah, I think I do.
Do you
Equally
need
Roberts going on here.
We'll give you
Extreme
the
moisture
extreme
or
oil.
Normal moisture.
Extreme moisture
we
body
go
oil.
extreme here.
Yeah.
It's extreme
So
moisture.
Lily, plenty happening on the local entertainment front, and we love inspiring local celebrities who
Exactly.
use their position to do more. Who's doing more?
Well, there is one darling of the media world, of the fashion world, and lately of the champagne world, darling.
Shampoo, polo, polo, popo. Shampoo, polo, polo, papa. Shampoo, yeah, popo.
Oh, remix. We're talking about none other than Bonang Mateba. Now, she has been having aspirations about she's always had aspirations about developing the nation, and she's going to be building a school, you guys.
Wow.
Yes. Now, fans recently went out on social media and they said, you know what, she needs to open up a school of business, fashion and media studies, and she replied by saying she's got simpler plans of building a primary school for our bundles of joy. Now, fans are showing their excitement by actually offering to teach at the school, with others hailing her.
For real?
I don't know. I don't know. With others hailing her as the next Oprah Winfrey. Now, she addressed the rumors of opening a school earlier in April when she said that she envisioned redirecting some of her House of BNG profits back to the community, either by sending more girls to school or by building a school where young girls can pursue their education for free. She also said education is something that can change somebody's life. If it's something that somebody will always be grateful for, it's something that nobody can take away from you. So what we want you to know, we want to know from you is, do you think that Bonang potentially, do you think that she's actually going to be building the school? Why don't you let us know your thoughts on Bonang potentially building a
support her and motivate her to do it, man. I think we forget that we kind of look at, there are so many harsh realities like extreme hunger and poverty that we forget that education is a basic right. It's a right, especially for girls. They are so at risk if they are not educated entering into the grander scheme of things. So just support her, love her, more power to you, man.
And I think sometimes it's also not just, I think what this speaks to is that we're not always just waiting for the government to do something. Bonang is a businesswoman who's done well. She's also started this a while ago. She already started this by giving out bursaries every single year to matric learners. And so we're seeing that this is growing into a new phase that she's taking it into, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And I could almost always sense that she was going to start a primary school when she wrote her book, because it was A to C.
I love that. And like specifically,
and so from the ABC, you know, you can tell the space.
And I think also like focus on spelling is going to be very huge.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm actually going to leave the room.
Check, he's off.
Bye, shady lady,
please,
I'm gone.
Please, can you sing the champagne song?
Shampoo, pala, pala, papa. Shampoo, pala, pala, papa.
Before our director actually walks out of studio, let's bring you a quote. Now, I absolutely love this quote in light of what we've spoken about, the amazing things that Bonang is planning to do, and that all of us should be planning to do with our lives. And maybe this applies to you right now, and I'm speaking directly to you. Look into my eyes. Do what you have to do what you want to do.
Ooh.
Doesn't that sound like Denzel? That sounds like something Denzel would drop.
That's something that Denzel would say. I like that.
Yep, so do what you got to do what you want to do.
Exactly. Drops iPad, walks away.
It's a Friday. It's going to be, if this is any indication, a crazy but a beautiful show. Let's get it officially underway with the news headlines.
Well, let's take a look at the headlines this morning. The State of the Nation address next week in Cape Town will be a much more subdued affair, with a number of cost-cutting measures announced by National Assembly Speaker Thandi Modise yesterday. Now, a contingent of South African troops will be deployed to the Democratic Republic of Congo by the end of this month. Taking a look at the international front, Ugandan pop star turned leading opposition figure Bobi Wine yesterday said that he was ready to take on veteran President Yoweri Museveni in the 2021 elections, despite a string of arrests seen as a bid to silence him. In other news, Brexit figurehead Boris Johnson won by a landslide in a first-round vote yesterday for a leader to replace British Prime Minister Theresa May as the deadline for leaving the EU looms. And finally, it's that time of the year again when sardine fever hits KZN as the sardine run takes off. The KZN Sharks board, Greg Thompson, yesterday confirmed that they had spotted sardine-related activity between the Ngabara River mouth and the Dwesa Marine Reserve on the Wild Coast. It was reported that there were large shoals of fish spotted with thousands of gnats feeding in amongst these shoals, he said. Now, there were also reports of activity in the Rainheads area, 26 kilometers south of Port St. John's in the Eastern Cape. Thompson added that the sardines are most unpredictable, and part of the excitement has always been that they keep all guessing about their next move. So it's an exciting time in the KZN, very clearly. But on that note, let's take a look at some exciting news from the sporting front.
Well, our team has just rocked up into studio to broach all of the weekend sports and bring you up to speed. But let's cover some of those headlines very quickly. The Cricket World Cup match between India and New Zealand ended, surprise, surprise, no result, as the match was unfortunately abandoned due to persistent rain at Trent Bridge and, of course, in Nottingham yesterday. On the footballing front, not a great outing for Banyana as they suffered their second loss at the FIFA Women's World Cup, despite showing so much promise, ultimately going down 1-0 to a China that did miss out on a number of opportunities that at the Parc des Princes in that stadium last night. Then on to hockey, we saw some midweek hockey action with South Africa claiming a 2-1 win over Russia. That was to qualify for the semi-finals of the FIH World Series taking place in Bhubaneswar in India. Then, of course, throwing forward lots of World Cup action over the weekend. But looking at today, we've got England, the hosts, and probably still the favourites, taking on the West Indies. That's kicking off at the Rose Bowl from 11:30 SA time. But as I said, the whole sporting team is here this morning to broach all of our weekend sporting highlights. So stay tuned.
Thank you so much, Graeme. Let's take a look at your weather this morning, a first look. And we asked you to send us your beautiful sunrise pictures. Here's this beautiful one to start us off. It's Virgil Constable who sent us this beautiful orange skyline from Port Elizabeth. Virgil, you can expect mainly sunny conditions with little to no wind, reaching a maximum of 20 degrees. But now let's take a look at the temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane, where your low is 3 and your high is 20 today. Mbombela, 5 and 21. Pretoria, 4, reaching a high of 18. Johannesburg, 2 and 17. Mahikeng coming through with the northeasterly winds traveling at 13 kilometers per hour. 3 is your low and your high 21. Klerksdorp, 0 and 20. Kimberley, 1, your low and your high 18. Bloemfontein with the lowest temperatures in the country, -4, your minimum and your maximum 17. Richards Bay with the highest temperatures in the country today, 12 and 21. Pietermaritzburg, 4 and 19. Durban, 12 and 20, your max. Northeasterly winds there, 13 kilometers per hour. Mthatha with the high humidity, 1 and 19. East London, 9 and 20. Craddock starting off at 1, reaching a high of 18. Port Elizabeth, 9 and 20. George, 7 and 19. Sutherland, 0 and a max of 16. Cape Town, Mother City, 6, your low and your high 17. Worcester, 5 and 21. Springbok, you start off at 6 and you will reach a max of 21. And lastly, Uppington, 2 and 22. That's where we leave it for now. Next report in a bit.
Well, thanks a lot, Uncle Tabsy. As Graeme said earlier on, the fam is in the house. Jeremy Harris Cato Louw in the house to discuss some sporting matters as we look back at some of the results over the past couple of days. And, of course, what we have to look forward to as well. Super Rugby Round 18, the FIFA Women's World Cup. Banyana, how they're doing. The non-existent Cricket World Cup right now. What's going on? Guys, great to have you here. What are you most excited to really sink your teeth into? I mean, the US Open is also a matter of discussion.
And a South African well-placed there after the first round. Thank you for coming.
Did you see that?
I did, yes.
Second eagle in the history of the US Open.
Yeah.
Oh, Louis, you boyki. Yeah. Kato, which one are you excited to get into?
Well, I would love to see some cricket. I'm not going to lie.
What cricket?
Well, I just wish England would play along. I saw a headline this week that said, the cricket interrupted the rain this week in England. So, well, let's hope to see actually the Proteas in action, or any cricket would be great.
Somewhere out there in England. All right, we'll be discussing all of that and more right after the break.
A bit more of the trumpet. Needs to.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Very good morning. Welcome back ahead of a bumper weekend of sports. If there is no rain, and as we continue an incredible, actually, period of sport all round. Another exciting sporting weekend is upon us. We've got the US Open now well underway. Louis. We've got the FIFA Women's World Cup. It's continuing, lacking a bit of luster for us. We've got the biggest talking point, of course, Super Rugby. It's a do or die weekend. Which teams will be making the playoffs this weekend? Who will end up having to play the Crusaders? We will find out. Massive derby action on the way. We've got Cato Louw and Jeremy Harris, our 18.
Yeah.
Why do you say your name like that?
Because it's cool.
You got it.
Yes.
I was going to go with Cato. Cato, man. Guys, is this not the most frustrating time ever to be first of all, trying to decide what sport to watch is pretty tough, okay, who to follow, and to actually get some cricket. I can't watch another documentary on past performances of the Proteas from 1992, but
which wasn't good, by the way.
Yeah, I know. They came close, man. The rain again.
It was the
That's
rain.
when we didn't need the rain, and then it came, you know. But guys, let's talk Super Rugby. It's mind-blowing to me that in the entire 23-year history of Super Rugby, considering how below par the South African franchises have been, that this is the first time any one of them could actually make it into the playoffs.
Yes, but there's so many results that need to go their way, though. I know the Stormers need to win. I think the Lions and the Bulls have to play a draw, which we've seen a lot of this year. So it might
this is
just
the only
happen.
year where I would say, okay, that's
Okay,
fine.
let's
Yeah,
put it
we'll
on
talk
Super
that
Brew,
up.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think there are a bunch of other results that have to go their way as well for us to make it. But there is a chance. There is a chance, and we South Africans love a little chance. So let's hope they do it.
Oh, we'll cling to that, that little chance. Sharks, Stormers. Do you tend towards the Stormers looking at where they're playing?
Well, you know my
The
track
Sharks
record.
are awesome. It's beyond me to predict anymore.
My track record, Graeme, is that as soon as I pick a team to win, that's the time that they lose. So who knows? Anything could happen.
Pick a draw. That's what I said last week.
Have you made a
Pick
point
a
on
draw.
Super Brew? Have you done on any of the fantasy leagues? Have you
Watch what
scored
he's doing,
one?
because maybe they can
Just
come
make
away
see
with
how
it.
non-committal he's being, just in case he
being
jinxes
deliberately vague.
everything. Who would you say is the form South African team? Have we been able to decide this yet?
I was actually watching a bunch of stuff this week, and pundits overseas saying that they think if the Lions were to make it into playoffs, they would be the most dangerous. So maybe they would peak at the right time. So I don't know.
that's
But
what it's
again,
about.
it's all open this year. I don't know.
You just don't want to end eighth. You just don't want to be.
Just don't be the
'Cause
lucky
that means
loser.
you're going to be playing against the Crusaders, who are probably the winners of this year's tournament.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they're looking
most
like it,
probably. Don't
Kind of
see
beating
that.
them, but bumper roster of games coming up. Lest we forget, of course, the Bulls and Lions is another massive derby. But what we want here is no injuries. That's all I'm looking for, is 0 injuries, and for players to be hitting form at the right time in lieu of the World Cup. Okay, so let's move over to the US Open that just kind of leapt on us.
Yeah, it was just there.
Wow, boom. And Louis is there at 5 under.
Yeah,
dude.
one off the pace. looking really good. I mean, as you say, the eagles, which don't come too often on that particular layout, it's a tricky layout, very narrow.
It's a Lynx, it almost feels like a Lynx 2.0. It is an unforgiving, I mean, look at that. Yo.
Oh, it's lovely. Ooh. I mean, you'd put that on your carpet in your lounge any day.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's tricky. And,
it's like tiles, actually, yeah.
And the greens are like glass. So quick.
So obviously, a couple of a lot of focus on Tiger Woods at the moment because we want to see him back in the mix. We want to see that. But who do you think is head and shoulders, looking at the year that we've seen thus far, who do you think can Louis go the distance?
Well, again, South Africans, we have our little chance, so let's go for it.
Bank it.
I don't know how Brooks Koepka is looking for you at this moment.
He's 4 off the pace at the moment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's sitting in with a shot, defending champion, as you say. And he's been in very, very good form. And, difficult to beat. Tiger, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's his normal look.
I was about to say, shame.
Yeah, he looks very sad. But
give him a hug.
He's well placed. I mean, he's 5 off the pace, and that means nothing after the first round.
Just very quickly, I know there's so much to get through, and we'll delve into our cricket in a moment. FIFA Women's World Cup last night, Banyana.
So close.
Are they peaking? Is this the best we can expect from this? Banyana showing so much promise in the counter-attack. They really do look like they are solid moving forward, but shaky at the back.
But I honestly didn't know China was this good. So I think that's maybe new opponents. They don't know what to expect either. But they did well. And I think our expectations shouldn't be like they're going to win the World Cup. It was good against China. Maybe we've got a good chance against Germany, I hope. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
What an introduction to the World Cup. Spain, China, Germany.
Yeah, welcome.
Might as well throw the USA in there and they can,
Who's playing on Sunday against Chile? So let's see.
Guys, you've managed my expectations, so thank you so much. I'm actually feeling fairly positive about the weekend sport. You can let us know how you're feeling about the abundance, the plethora, the smorgasbord of sport that is coming your way. How you're feeling about the Cricket World Cup that is currently almost happening in the UK. We're going to delve into South Africa's next must-win fixture against Afghanistan. Manage expectations. We'll do that after the break.
So, Smuda, all of this for dollar low monthly fees. Money. Sing it so fast.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is indeed, and it is a Friday morning. Thank you so much for joining us as we lead up to the weekend. Now, we've been honoring dads all week long on your Feel Good Breakfast show as we get ready for Father's Day, which of course hits us this weekend. Make no mistake about it, it's happening this Sunday. Now, we've been shouting out to all the special people in our lives that play the role of a father figure, be it uncles, grandfathers, mentors, or friends who offer unconditional love and support. And it's the A to Z of dadding with Woolies as we continue the conversation of recognition of everything dad. Now, guys, last week we asked Graeme and Zoe to share their dadding stories. And for Graeme, it was all about his friends that offer him the support, the constant kind of conversation and advice that he needs in a dad-like role.
Yeah.
For Zoe, it was all about her dad being her biggest fan. So we want to find out about you guys. Leigh-Anne, what's your dad's story?
Well, my dad's story, I think everybody knows by now. I grew up in a single-parent home. My mom has been both mother and father my entire life. So in terms of a dad figure, it has been my mom. She will probably walk me down the aisle one day. She has no choice, her and my brother. But I've been really blessed in the sense that even though my dad hasn't been around, I've had many dad figures in my life. Probably one of the biggest ones has been my uncle Rudlin Conley, who currently he's in Iran at the moment. Oh, wow. And he basically paid for my education, my first year of study. He's been such a huge inspiration in my life, and till this day he plays an active role. He's always checking in, are you and Dale okay, do you need anything? Wow. He's always making sure that if we have something that we want to talk about, if there's a little bit of beef between my brother and I, he's the one to kind of sort it out. Yeah. So Uncle Rudlin has been incredible. Another uncle of mine, Greg, he has been awesome as well. He's the one that we go to whenever things are falling apart in anybody's home, because he's Mr. Technical. Okay. He's an engineer. He understands everything about everything. So we constantly are calling him. So when things fall apart in the home, as a dad would, he'd fix it. Greg kind of does that. And he was also massively supported during Strictly Come Dancing.
Look at that.
He represented the whole family and came to come and watch it. And then, of course, the person that gave us a home when we didn't have one and we moved from Joburg to Cape Town was my grandfather, Leonard Conley. He basically gave my mother and my brother and myself a home. So, yeah, we have had no excuses in terms of looking for a dad figure because we've had all of these incredible men in our life. And yeah, it's wonderful. They always say any man can have a child, but it takes a special man to raise a child. Yes. And these men have definitely helped raise my brother and myself.
Solid, solid.
Shout out to them, man. Much love. Wow. Okay, Tabzi, your turn. Who will you be celebrating this Father's Day?
So I'll be celebrating my dad. Everybody knows him as Brafisha.
Brafisha.
That's my dad. That's Brafisha.
Love the style, the swagger.
Yes. He's been so incredible. I think I don't know a better person than my dad, actually. I really don't know a better human.
Is that you?
That's me.
It's such a precious picture.
You're so cute.
Thank you.
Was he in the army?
He's a police officer.
Okay, the police
officer. I think
officer.
at the time they used to wear this. This is probably back in 1992, 93.
Okay.
And so I honestly don't know a better human. He's been my everything to me and my sister as well. He was the only working parent. My mum didn't work ever, and he's a policeman, but he's managed to make sure that we have the best of every single thing, has made some incredible sacrifices. Every single thing I've ever wanted. Thanks for that.
Can we talk about the hair, though? Oh, my goodness. I feel like that's why he's wearing the glasses, so he doesn't have to look at your hair.
Wait, so did you ufagi relaxer? Nickel activator.
It was actually a wig. No, I'm joking. No, I'm kidding.
Awesome, Gaga, number 2 here.
No, I'm joking. That was my actual hair. Wow. I relaxed it, yes. I had curls.
But Jerry Cole. Oh,
it's absolutely beautiful. So my dad really sacrificed a lot to give us the best of every single thing. Yeah. Everything from education, but also just playing that father role in the house of just giving us guidance. He's been that person for us, and I absolutely love him.
Oh, beautiful stuff. In both your dad's picture with you as a little one and Uncle Rudlin's pictures, I saw motorbikes. Were they both biking enthusiasts? Did your dad like bikes?
My uncle loves motorbikes.
Yeah.
He lives for them, yeah. I think if he could just, travel across country on a motorbike, he would.
My dad just needed to use it because for work, man, they didn't have lots of police cars at the time, so some cops were given the motorbikes. I don't think he wants to be on one.
Oh, so he doesn't ride these days?
No, he doesn't do that now.
Oh, well, to all the uncles, Brafisha, thank you for being fathers to these amazing people that we have had the privilege of inheriting through our workspace in the years since. Now, the A to Z of dadding with Woolies. It's a time for us all to pay homage to the father figures who push us to do our best. And if you'd like to do your best and give dad the gift that keeps on giving, be sure to shop Woolies or Woolworths Gifting in-store or online at www.woolworths.co.za and on the Woolies app. You can also head on over to our Expresso Facebook page to find a link straight to the shop right now. And also make your dad feel even more special by visiting Woolworths Sandton, Eastgate, Gateway or Canal Walk stores tomorrow and on Saturday for bespoke personalization, engraving and wrapping as well. And here's to the best Father's Day yet. Thanks for sharing the stories, guys. Those were really, really sweet.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really sweet. I mean, it's not every day you get a dad that'll let you do whatever you want to do and never question it, but support every single decision.
So are you saying Brafisha didn't look at that hair and go, hey?
No, Brafisha looks at my hair and he goes,
what a dad.
Nah.
What a dad.
Bijou says I have to swim. I have to swim.
Yeah, he's doing his homework. About to.
What's he excited for? I'm not filming. I'm not filming.
And the next word describes me perfectly.
Lunatic. Lunatic.
So much to look forward to over the weekend, Father's Day. And I was actually wanting to ask the both of you about what your favorite thing was to do with your dad.
Sure.
Oh, wow. You know what? Because everybody lives all over the world, whenever they come for Christmas, all we constantly do is just spend time in each other's presence non-stop because we know it doesn't come around often. So we do everything together, eat together, joke together, go out together, together.
Yeah. For me, I mean, my dad was the biggest and the best soccer coach in the community at the time, and he always had dreams of me being a soccer player.
That's like the cool dad.
Yeah, and now, in retrospect, I look back and I actually really did enjoy going out every Saturday and Sunday, sitting by the sidelines there, watching other kids play that he was coaching, never wanting to play.
Okay.
But now I'm like, oh, that was quite nice.
Yeah, I hear that now that you're quite the prolific soccer player.
Well,
Or you're
every
a
now and
waza.
again, every now and again I can, dribble a ball around the field.
Oh, Haliwaza. Haliwaza. Listen, let's take a break. We'll be right back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Cadbury Dairy Milk shines the light on the generosity that lives inside each and every one of us. So we encourage all South Africans to bring your old toys to any of their pop-up little generosity shops and receive a slab of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate on us. Get to those shopping centres on these dates, May through August, and let's inspire a little more Cadbury goodness in the world.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Did you like that woo-sa of a breath? You're live with Expresso. I've got the superstar team with me to talk cricket. It's no secret that South Africa haven't had the greatest start to our 2019 Cricket World Cup campaign. This weekend, it could get even worse as we face off against Afghanistan, who have shown some incredible improvement. It's unbelievable to think that a team that's only just entered, in fact, the last World Cup was their only World Cup, the first ever that they have shown this much improvement. Is this a seemingly easy match? No, I'm not going to say it's easy because it's been this World Cup. Guys, how are we feeling about this? Can we talk about the weather? Should we talk about the rain first?
Let's talk about that.
And the lack of cricket and the scheduling of this tournament and how much we hate the Ashes and the Australian cricket team at the moment.
If they just had it a month later, we wouldn't have had rain. But I mean, the Ashes their priority.
Come on, man. No, it's a great World Cup. I'm loving the form that West Indies are in. I think you and I love that team. But it's just been so hectic to watch a team with so much promise be the third-ranked team in the world, and that's pretty much what this World Cup has felt like.
Sorry, Chris.
Is this going to be the disaster that many of us are hoping it's not going to be, but some of us fear it might? Are they going to be our Japan? How are we feeling about this game?
Well, are we calling it a disaster yet, though? When is the point?
No, we're not calling it a disaster. We're calling it a disappointment at the moment.
I know, it's been frustrating, guys.
That's a very nice
funny
word.
thing is,
Well
if you
done.
look back over the highlights, it's not like we've played disastrously well. We just haven't stepped up like it's a Cricket World Cup. We haven't arrived yet.
Who's it? Dale Benkinson, our batting coach, said earlier this week, he says that he feels like one win away from finding form. But I mean, like...
Well, we're one win away from a win. That's the thing, that we're one win away from a win.
From being in form. Because he says all of them they are all in form. It's just... I don't know. He says if this World Cup feels different as well, but I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Hashim, we absolutely love him. He's a stalwart. We appreciate what he's given. Was it a mistake having him here? Is he just...
Look, I mean,
is he one innings away from finding form?
Yeah, he immediately he kept everybody quiet with those warm-up games when he scored 50s, back-to-back 50s. And I mean, I'm going to put myself out there and say that if we play, I mean, weather permitting, if we play against Afghanistan, we'll win.
Yes.
I believe that. I think that there's just too much firepower. Even if we hiccup along the way, I think we've got too much firepower. We'll get the win against Afghanistan.
But that top order needs to step up.
Yeah. I think that's the critical thing here. We've established that the runs at this World Cup are the most important thing.
They need to step up,
He'll bring the wickets. We know that. He'll bring the fire. But the team, there needs to be a click. What do you think about the psychology of this team? Just they cannot get right. How could they have approached this differently, do you think?
Well, probably stop taking selfies all the time and focus on their game. I really they should. I don't know if they should have been like in a just focused on it.
You just attacked all millennials in one...
but it's like, I just wish they would... It just feels like it doesn't make sense with what you see on social media and then what they do on the field. It's like, guys, focus. And I know they are humans and need to have fun.
I saw Sergio Ramos after they got knocked out of the World Cup as well, posting selfies in a jet and thinking exactly the same thing. I think
it's a bit different, though.
It's the nature of the business. I think Quinton de Kock, obviously, a huge amount of pressure, and that seems to be playing out in the wrong kind of way because we really need him in form. Let's talk about the Afghan powerhouse that is Rashid Khan. We saw him in South Africa for the Mzansi Super League. We are struggling a little bit with the spin. Is he going to be their go-to guy? How do you see, if there is a slim chance of Afghanistan winning this, how are they going to do it?
Look, I mean, I think he's certainly one of the form players. He brings a lot of confidence to the game, and that confidence will bleed out to the rest of the team and his teammates. But I still think that they're going to come up against a very gritty, very determined, almost desperate Proteas team.
What do you mean almost? But I'm pretty sure they're feeling it now. And this is having gotten to know a lot of the players, and especially knowing Faf and how competitive he actually is. I mean, trust me, whatever we're feeling, they're feeling tenfold. Just very quickly now, in a broader sense, who's going to win this World Cup? Now that we've seen a couple of, unfortunately, Australia looking pretty good. Is it still the hosts? Can the West Indies do it?
I hope the West Indies do it. I think they're my favourites. I'll pick them to win the World Cup this year. England, I think, still have a shot. And then, unfortunately, the Aussies. And then, of course, India.
India,
very,
absolutely.
very strong.
You haven't even mentioned the table-topping New Zealand.
I don't know if they'll go all the way.
I think they've done well because they've had some, easier games to start. But I mean, will they finish well? Let's see.
To be fair, Proteas, we've had a very tough game. So our first couple of ones. So the draw's been a bit tough for us. But I mean.
Guys,
We
once
need a
again,
win.
You have managed my expectations like two clinical psychologists this morning. I'm so happy that I saw you this morning. So just very quickly, we've got England up against the West Indies, which should tell a tale that kicks off today at 11:30. Australia up against Sri Lanka. That's tomorrow. Likewise, the later game, of course, South Africa up against Afghanistan. That's a day-nighter, kicking off at 2:30. And then on Sunday, we've got India versus Pakistan, which should be an awesome one. I think
that'll be a
Pakistan
cracker.
That'd be a
are
cool
there
one,
and
yeah.
thereabouts. They're about to fire on all
Let's just hope
cylinders.
there's cricket, guys.
But yeah, most importantly, the rain must stop. Guys, love you so much. Thank you so much for making us feel better about this. We actually managed to fill 4 minutes talking about Afghanistan up against the Proteas.
Look at us.
Neither team has won anything in recent
If
memory.
we can do it, they can do it.
Now, just feel the Protea fire, guys. That's all we can do as fans, as very proud South Africans, is show our support online, take some selfies, and include hashtag Protea fire, and at Expresso show if you can.
Big question is though, Graeme, do you really feel better? Do you really feel better about the Proteas right now? Really?
Your soul glow.
I don't know what that was. I know one thing that makes me feel better.
Yeah,
though,
what?
Is a cup of Princess's best grind when she makes it in the morning. Eh?
Well,
Princess, do you know that you make me feel better?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes,
Well, let me tell you
Princess.
something. Here's a question.
Tell
You
me.
tell me if you can figure out who said this.
Who said-
A
okay.
bad day with coffee is better than a good day without it.
Who said that, you say? It sounds like it was someone like, you know... Who, did you say that?
Nelson Mandela.
Get
didn't say
out
it.
of my life. Are you
Enjoy
serious?
a moment
say it.
in between with McAfee. See you after the break.
Only you can make my day.
Okay, today we celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, mommy. Today's gonna be your birthday. Today's gonna be okay. Today we celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, mommy. Today's gonna be your birthday. Today's gonna be okay. Today we celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, mommy. Today's gonna be your birthday. I love you, mommy. I love you, Expresso. I love you. Okay, today we celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, mommy. Today's gonna be your birthday. Today.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
You, happy birthday if it is indeed your birthday. Welcome back. So great to have you joining us for what has been probably quite a silly Friday, but that's what we want at the end of the week. And we want to celebrate and have a little bit of fun. And our
Day, and that's of course love from your mommy, Lorraine, and everyone who knows you. So happy birthday, Logan.
Wow,
And
Logan's
then-
hair, the slick back.
Oh, it's a
He's
cool
a good-looking dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm about that.
Yep.
Terrific.
We also have a special birthday wish going out to Caitlin Carlser, who the message says, happy birthday to Caitlin. May you have a blessed day and an even better year. And that's lots of love from your family and friends. Happy birthday, Caitlin.
Happy birthday. Well, here's one for Rachel. Rachel is turning 5 today. We wish our princess a very happy birthday. We love you so much. May God bless you and keep you for many more happy years. This is from Daddy, Mummy, her baby brother Andrew, Omar, Opa, Auntie Lean, or Lene, Marcia, Auntie Weena, and Johnny. Happy birthday, Rachel.
I love how you say auntie.
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 And here's another one. Happy birthday to a wonderful child, Talon Reed. May God bless and keep you for many more years. Lots of love from your family. Happy birthday, Talon.
Love, love, love. All right, so the next one, we have a video.
Yay.
This one is going out to Stacy. Let's check it out.
Okay, today we're celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Mommy. Today's gonna be your birthday. Today's gonna be okay. Today we're celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Mommy. Today's gonna be your birthday. Today's gonna be okay. Today we're celebrating your birthday. Happy birthday.
Oh, I feel like this is going on. I feel like it's gonna go on for a while. Oh, that is so cute. I
think
love
she can
that.
freestyle. She's freestyling.
I
It's your
love the
birthday.
little skeleton outfit as
With a
well.
little tie.
Oh,
That
she's
is
got
so cute.
sass,
That
man.
is so
Taylor
sweet.
Swift's crown, coming for
That
Taylor
is
Swift's
awesome.
crown.
That is
We've got
beautiful.
another one here that says, ek wil net baie graag vir Bernadette Swanepoel sê, baie geluk my pop. Ons kan nie glo jy is vandag 12 jaar oud nie. Jy moet 'n wonderlike dag hê. Ons is baie lief vir jou, my pop van Mama en Boeta. Happy birthday, Bernadette.
Hey,
I
happy
love that.
birthday.
I can't believe you didn't make me do that, actually.
You know what? We should have actually. We should have.
That's like the
Next
first
one's
time
yours.
ever that has happened. Then we're going to move on to Zandile Buthelezi, who is turning 33 years old today. She has the biggest heart and a good ear to listen to everyone's problems. Sounds like the most amazing person. Love you so much from your friends, Busa Siwe and Kwez. Happy birthday, Zandile. And then I would like to wish my son, Hiram Harker, a happy 24th birthday. Cool dude, man. Thank you for making me one proud mother. Continue to celebrate and love yourself. It inspires me so much. You are my happy child, always making sure no one is left behind and always lighting up a room with just one smile. He looks like that kind of guy.
Yeah.
May God bless you. And that's from your mom and your brother. We love you. I feel like I love you a little bit now, dude. You seem like the nicest guy. We love all of you, in fact. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, guys.
Amazing.
Well, listen, if it's your birthday coming up and you want to wish yourself or someone that you love a very happy birthday, why don't you get in touch with us? Send us an email. It is birthdays@cardova.tv. And of course, you can send us a WhatsApp as well. We're always on standby to get those videos. 071-640-6551. And we'll play your videos right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. From all of us to you, happy birthday. Mwah.
Happy birthday.
Well, book your tickets already, okay, to check out this brother over here, Amandla Freedom, performing alongside the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra at the Artscape this coming weekend. In fact, it is tomorrow, Oratorio of a Forgotten Youth, as we also look forward to celebrating Youth Day this coming Sunday. But right now, a little taste teaser, a little impromptu nyana with Khunze and Amandla, a song called Umhlanga. Let's go. Dude, that's some amazing music, man. Thank you very much. So the show is happening tomorrow. What is the show all about? Oratorio of a Forgotten Youth.
Essentially, we're commemorating the youth of '76, the challenges they faced, and the road that they paved for us to enjoy these freedoms.
Yeah.
And also looking at the challenges that the youth of today face. We're almost at crisis point with the unemployment rate, and finding spaces for us to express our voices. I think that's the most challenging thing of being in the new South Africa. Whereas in the old dispensation, people mobilized and were able to gather in dismantling apartheid. But you find that the support right now, we don't enjoy much support as in the arts sector and the cultural sector. And it's making spaces available for us to actually do what we need to do.
Wow, man, sounds like a very thought-provoking show. Certainly one that is willing of the human mind to change its way of thought, man. Thank you very much. And we look forward to more music a little bit later on. Make sure you don't miss out. That was so good, man. So good.
In the national news this morning, the State of the Nation address next week in Cape Town will be much more subdued affair, with a number of cost-saving measures announced by the National Assembly Speaker Thandi Modise yesterday. A new contingent of South African troops will be deployed to the Democratic Republic of Congo by the end of this month. On the international front, Ugandan pop star turned leading opposition figure Bob yesterday said that he was ready to take on veteran President Yoweri Museveni in the 2021 elections, despite a string of arrests seen as a bid to silence him. Brexit figurehead Boris Johnson won by a landslide in a first-round vote yesterday for a leader to replace British Prime Minister Theresa May as the deadline for leaving the EU looms. And finally, in a breakthrough that could save millions of lives, scientists have found a way to convert all blood types to the universal O-negative blood type that is safe for all patients to receive by using microbes found in the human gut. Science magazine says a new study published in Nature Microbiology states that scientists have discovered a way to change type A blood into the universally accepted type O negative blood type. This blood is especially important in emergency rooms where doctors may not have time to determine an accident victim's blood type. Further studies need to be conducted, but if proved successful, the conversion type A blood would revolutionize blood transfusions. Well, that was your 7 o'clock news update. Here's another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Graeme.
But of course, our blood is still green and gold ahead of the Proteas must-win clash against Afghanistan tomorrow. But throwing it back to yesterday, of course, another game abandoned. The match between India and New Zealand ended with no result. The match being abandoned due to rain, persistent rain at Trent Bridge in Nottingham yesterday. Then on the footballing front, not a great outing again for Banyana, suffering their second loss at the FIFA Women's World Cup, going down 1-0 to China at the Parc des Princes in that stadium last night. And of course, on the hockey front, plenty to be positive about. In our midweek hockey action, we saw South Africa claim a 2-1 win over Russia to qualify for the semi-finals of the FIH World Series, and that taking place in Bhubaneswar in India. And throwing forward to today's World Cup action, should be quite an interesting one. England, the hosts, and probably still the favourites, up against a resurgent West Indies at the moment, and that happening at the Rose Bowl, kicking off at 11:30 in the morning. That's where we leave our sport for now.
Well, let's take a look at your traffic. Starting off in Gauteng and Linwood, there's currently a stationary vehicle on the N1 southbound, and it's before the Proefplaas interchange. The emergency lane is currently blocked, so please be on the lookout for that. If you're in Gauteng and Sandton on the M1 northbound, we have a multi-vehicle accident, and it's before Greystone Drive. Heavy delays can be expected due to water obstructing the road. Please use an alternative route where possible this morning. And if you're traveling with the Metro Rail, the Cape Flats line, there's extended travel time due to sets out of service, defective track circuits at Salt River, Wetton, and overhead electrical problems between Kubek Road and Salt River. Well, that's where we leave your traffic for now. We'll have another update for you shortly.
Zoe Brown, thank you so much. Let's take a look at your weather right now. But before we do that, we look at a picture that you've sent through. We've asked you to send us your beautiful sunrise pictures. Here's one from Enver Akim, who sent us this spectacular pink skyline from Parkwood out in Cape Town, where plenty of sunshine can be expected today with little to no wind, reaching a maximum of 17 degrees. It's going to be a beautiful day. Let's take a look at the temperatures across the country. We start off in Polokwane with your low 3 and your high 20. Mbombela 5 and 21. Pretoria 4, reaching a high of 18. Johannesburg 2 and 17. Mahikeng, northeasterly winds traveling at 13 kilometers per hour, 3 your low and your high is 21. Klerksdorp 0 and 20. Kimberley 1 and a max of 18. Bloemfontein with the lowest temperatures in the country. It's going to be a cold one, -4 your start and your high is 17. Richards Bay, highest temperatures in the country today, 12 and 21. Pietermaritzburg 4 and 19. Out in Durban, South Africa's playground, 12 and 20 your maximum. Mthatha, high humidity today, 1 as your low and your high 19. East London 9 and 20. Craddock, your minimum 1 and your maximum 18. Port Elizabeth 9 and 20. If you're out in George today, brace yourself, 7 and 19 your high. Sutherland 0, reaching a max of 16. And out here in the mother city, Cape Town, 6 and 17. Worcester, your low is 5 and your high 21. Springbok 6 and 21. And lastly, Uppington, you start off with a low of 2, reaching that max of 22 today. Brace yourself for a really cold day across the country. That's where we leave it for now. The next report in about half an hour.
Listen, we don't have to brace ourselves for a cold day. It's a cold day in studio. Ladies, I'm sure you can feel it. You are very brave. Respect.
No, listen.
Respect.
Yeah.
I don't think people see, but when I'm not in front of the camera, I'm wrapped in a gown. That's how cold it is.
I'm just like, respect. Y'all are doing it for the people.
We are doing it for the people. But hey, you know what? A Dog's Journey is coming out. It's a movie. It's set for release today. JP Sebastian, he reviewed it with us yesterday. And it's a very beautiful story of one dog whose soul gets he keeps getting reincarnated. So it's the same dog, but he keeps coming back as a different dog into this family's life. And it's really beautiful. It's a follow-up from A Dog's Purpose. And it was really cool. I had like a press junket with some of the doggies, so you'll get to see that.
You got to interview the
I got to
canines?
interview some of the canines. It's adorable.
I didn't know you were fluent in woof.
Oh, listen, and we'll...
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Friday morning and it's time for our Friday Tech Roundup with our expert Dennis Jansen van Rensburg, where we look at some of the best stories from the past week in the world of science and tech. Always good to have you in studio, my friend.
Thanks for having me. Buddy, how do we feel about this? Samsung filing a unique patent, and I say this because it's been a tough time for Samsung in the smartphone space. They've released one of the best, if not the best, smartphone in the market in the S10.
Right.
They've also dealt with some challenges with the more kind of push the boat out there technology. Now, they're saying a smartphone with a display that rolls out like a poster.
Exactly.
What does that even mean?
So it's essentially a new patent that's been discovered. That it's another phone that they've been working on. So as you rightly said, they've had some troubles with the Galaxy Fold that has still not come to market. We're expecting it really soon. And essentially the problems they were having were with that foldable display.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with the display, but there is some dirt or dust would get underneath the display, and that's what would damage it.
Okay.
So it's not a huge problem, but they are fixing it before they release it. Now this new quote-unquote foldable phone, it's actually kind of a roll-up phone. So imagine, so there you can see the pattern. So exactly, so you, like the old phones way back when that you slide out.
Yeah.
This essentially does the same, but when you do the slide, it rolls up a bigger screen. So essentially, you're going to have a very, very long display at the end of the day, and they're using.
It's like ancient papyrus.
Exactly.
Oh, hear you.
They'll have the 10 Commandments of Tech.
Yeah, that's
pretty
okay, but that's cool.
So is this what the design is said to look like?
Yeah, exactly. So you can see there the sliding display, and when it slides up, it doesn't open up a keyboard or anything. It opens up more screen.
Not necessarily
learning and analyzing images it's capturing with its camera. So it can capture more frames per second. And as you can see there,
wow,
throwing things at it.
That was being attacked by a 4-year-old.
Well, yes, but it's not. That's probably a real-world test, actually.
I wouldn't do that.
And it just means that they can use this in construction sites and emergency sites, search and rescue, and it can dodge, moving objects, falling objects a lot quicker and be more effective when it's doing these things.
Wow, and then soon that drone will partner up with a dog that can open a door for its friend. And then
the other dog. Just very quickly, now illegal to drunk and drone. Are a lot of people out there drunk and droning?
Apparently this is a problem in Japan. I mean, of course in Japan, where else?
Okay.
So,
bring me my drone!
So yeah, I mean, droning and using it in public spaces is obviously growing in popularity. And as anything, when you have machinery that is or could be quite dangerous, when your judgment is impaired with a couple of drinks, going and throwing the drone out with a couple of mates when you've had several beers, I don't know if it's a great idea. But Japan is doing this because they've got a lot of tight airspace and they've got big population sensors.
Yeah.
So again, it's about protecting the safety of those in the
Remember,
cities.
friends don't let friends drone when they've been
drunk
drinking.
And
Just don't do it.
Simple as that.
Today we're going to be talking about our pets and why it is so important that they visit the vet annually for checkups and vaccinations. Sadly, a lot of people don't take their pets to the vets regularly, and we want to know why that is. And today we have Marika Akkers from Hills with us in studio to talk about vet visits and the importance of it. Marika, welcome back to Expresso.
Thank you for having us, me, sorry.
Well, you can speak on behalf of the pups as well. Marika, Hills have recently published some interesting research that looked at South African pet parent behavior and them taking their pets to the vet. But you found some interesting and scary statistics. What did you find?
We had some really interesting, as you said, and scary statistics showing that half of South African pet parents don't take their pets for regular checkups and vaccinations. Over a third only take their pets to the vet if there's obvious sign of disease or illness or an injury. And 1 in 5 pet parents haven't taken their pets to the vet for vaccinations since their puppy and kitten vaccinations.
And why do you think it is that so many pet parents don't take their pets regularly to the vet?
Well, as you know, our lives get busy and we have 110 things to do, so that gets put on the back burner and you're going to do it and you're going to do it and you just end up not doing it. And then often we have trouble
taking our pets to the vet. So just the thought of putting the cat in the cat carrier and loading the 60 kg bauble into the car puts us off taking them to the vet.
I can imagine for a lot of parents, but I see a lot of vets also, they send you a reminder to say Sailor was due for an update or so-and-so's due for their next update. So I feel like there are a lot of measures in place that helps remind pet parents it's time to take your pet for his next checkup. But for those who don't know, why is it so important that our pets go to the vet annually for these checkups?
I think the importance of taking them regularly is to find those underlying diseases that one can prevent or one can improve their quality of life with. Something like kidney disease, there's some valuable tests that, like the SDMA test, which we can pick up kidney disease way earlier than we used to be able to do, and that means that you can treat it with nutrition and other methods and really improve the quality of life.
For those pet parents who are a little bit anxious, they're a bit nervous to take their pets to the vet, what tips or tricks do you have just to ease the anxiety that comes with a vet visit?
I think it's important that we prep our pets to be taken to the vet. So take our dogs for regular car visits to things other than the vet, so that just the car ride is not that stressful. Also, I find taking your puppy from a very young age, so to the vet just for weigh-ins, not to have any procedure done, just get on the stick scale, get off the scale, go home again, lots of treats, lots of fun, that's a great way too. Also make sure that with your cats that they're used to the carrier and that they feel comfortable in the carrier. So it's important to prep them. Once you're at the vet, make sure that your cat or dog is not distressed by other animals. So for a dog, keep their focus on you, keep feeding them treats. And for a cat, make sure that they're not low on the ground, that they're high up, that no other animal can intrude on their space. And that makes it easier for us to not be stressed because our pets aren't stressed.
Marika, thank you so much for joining us this morning and for sharing that valuable insight. And as much as you may think your pet is healthy, always be safe by making sure your pet visits the vet frequently and is getting all the nutrition that it needs. With the right care and annual visits to the vet, you can add years to your furry companion's life.
Now, we all know that dogs are man's best friend, but have we ever thought about our impact on their lives and the love and devotion they dedicate to each of us? Well, this is being explored in the new touching film, A Dog's Journey, starring Dennis Quaid, Josh Gad, and many other talented performers. And in this film, it depicts the spirit of one dog, the many lives he lives, and the people that he cares about the most. Now, Zoe recently had a chance to sit down with each doggy incarnation to find out more about what went into making this movie.
It's a very special day as I'm at a press junket, getting to know the cast members of A Dog's Journey a little bit better and really to find out what gets them ticking, or in this case, to bark. Big Dog, let's start off with you. What was it like to work with acclaimed actor Dennis Quaid?
Oh, I love Dennis. He's my favorite person to play catch with.
It must have been fun getting to play around on set all day, Bailey.
Oh, I had a blast. Are you kidding me?
Molly, what part of the day do you most look forward to?
Naps. Yeah, naps are the best.
Max, what are you most excited about getting to go see this movie?
Bacon, bacon, bacon. Popcorn.
Finally, Molly, what would you say is one of the toughest parts of being a dog?
It's a rough life for a dog. All treats and belly rubs. I don't have all the answers, but I know we end up where we're meant to be.
Like a drum, my heart never stops beating for you.
Great to see it, and of course make sure to catch the heartwarming family film A Dog's Journey, which will be in cinemas nationwide from today.
Something to look forward to there. Okay, well, while you plan how exactly you're going to be embarking on this trip to the cinema and getting who you're taking with, let's take a bit of a break, right?
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you in just a bit.
Cadbury Dairy Milk shines the light on the generosity that lives inside each and every one of us. So we encourage all South Africans to bring your old toys to any of their pop-up little generosity shops and receive a slab of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate on us. Get to those shopping centres on these dates, May through August, and let's inspire a little more Cadbury goodness in the world.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast show on a Friday morning leading up to a very, very busy weekend, as you can imagine. Father's Day on one hand, Youth Day on the other. And with that in mind, Youth Expo, presented by the Gauteng Provincial Government, is the biggest annual Youth Month celebration in the country and runs from the 13th of June at Nasrec in Johannesburg. Now, the event attracts more than 10,000 people per day and features more than 230 exhibitors showcasing information from different industries and academic institutions, job opportunities, MEC dialogues, fashion shows, sports, games, entertainment, and so much more. You can see why it has been so successful.
And it's something you do not want to miss out on. And now Financial Freedom, an international online platform designed to inspire the youth to become financially smart, they've teamed up with a leading youth development program, Inspired Youth, to host a free full-day motivational and edutainment, that's what we're calling it, workshop on Saturday, the 15th of June. That's tomorrow.
Yes, it's called Financial Freedom. It was founded by digital marketing experts Paul O'Mahony and Chris Farrell to provide people with the tools required to understand money and empower them to lead extraordinary lives. Now, Inspired Youth, which was founded in 2014 by Dean Buerta, runs interactive workshops designed to inspire and motivate young people to challenge their assumptions, broaden their aspirations, and embrace entrepreneurial thinking.
That's right. And Saturday's workshop will be hosted by renowned TV personality Candice Modisele, and speakers include Jason Osborne and Jake Davey, who have flown in from London for the event. And headline event is hip-hop artist Questa. He will be performing several of his favorite songs and inspiring the audiences by sharing personal insights into his incredible journey to stardom.
That is going to be super. I mean, Questa on the mic. Man, it's going to be lit.
Party.
Yeah, Financial Freedom and Inspired Youth are offering fun activities throughout the whole expo. So get on down to the Nasrec Expo Center from today until Monday to get free and valuable advice. And I did say free. Yes, it's free. Very valuable advice and guidance on how you can reach your maximum potential.
Well, over the last few weeks, we have had the wonderful, wonderful opportunity right here on Expresso to change the lives of a few people through Hyundai South Africa's competition, where 5 lucky winners got to experience a trip of a lifetime in Europe.
Yeah, fantastic prize, but a great opportunity for people that I think weren't expecting to be given such amazing news. And we were lucky enough to go and actually deliver the news firsthand, see those beautiful expressions. So we thought we'd take a look back at this incredible journey.
The Hyundai Tucson is one of South Africa's best-loved SUVs, and to celebrate the new design, Hyundai ran an incredible competition where 5 couples had the chance to win an all-expenses-paid trip for 2 to Prague in the Czech Republic.
So our campaign ran from the beginning of March till the end of April. We simply encourage people to come to our dealerships, test drive our vehicles, apply for financing, buy a car, and they were automatically entered into a competition to win a trip to Prague. We like to see our Tucson SUV as a city-loving car. Most of the people who buy our cars live in the city anyway. They enjoy an SUV ride, even though they're in the city.
Combining chic urban design with advanced technology, the Hyundai Tucson is like no other SUV in its class.
We recently launched an enhanced facelift, so the grille is a bit meaner, and generally the car has standard features like Apple CarPlay. We've got rear park assist, we've got lane assist, and panoramic sunroof as well for the highly spec vehicle. We see our Hyundai Tucson as a city-loving SUV, so anyone who sees the car will see how beautiful it is anyway.
Expresso had the chance to surprise each of the winners at their homes. And for working mom, Portia Kakana from Pretoria, it was the best news she could possibly receive.
So not only are you one of the finalists, but you are actually a winner of an all-expenses-paid trip to Prague in the Czech Republic. Congratulations! Really? Oh, wow. Congratulations! Thank you so much. How are you feeling? Wow, I'm so happy for you. I'm so excited for you. Thank you so much.
In the Joburg suburb of Mondior, technician and die-hard Orlando Pirates fan Thomas Maboho was blissfully unaware that he would be heading to Prague.
You are the actual winner for the all-expenses-paid trip to Prague. Congratulations.
You're joking.
I'm serious.
Really? I'm over the moon. I'm over the moon. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
From the city of Joburg to the sunny Durban coastline, primary school teacher Lorenisa Naika got the news that she was a winner just in time for her wedding anniversary.
You are a winner of our prize.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Woo.
Whoa, thank you.
Government executive Tumelo Hanane test drove the Hyundai Tucson in Boksburg, but little did he know that this would win him a trip to Europe.
I am here to tell you that you've won an all-expenses-paid trip for 2 to Prague in the Czech Republic.
That's great, man. Wow, that's great news.
And finally, Petrusa van den Berg-Piper learned that she will be leaving the country for the first time in her life.
But I'm here to tell you that you're the actual winner of the prize. What? All-expenses-paid trip to Prague.
I'm a winner. I'm so excited. It's unbelievable. I'm really excited. I've never been to the Czech Republic, so I'm really looking forward to this trip. Thank you, Hyundai South Africa, for making it possible.
I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun. It will be my first time in that country, and I'm very thankful to Hyundai for that opportunity.
I'm very proud of her, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity and this prize.
Thank you very, very much.
I'm really looking forward to a very great, good rest. That's one of the main things, and go and explore. Thank you for the opportunity that I will never, ever forget in my whole entire life.
I'd like to say to Hyundai, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much for choosing me, and thank you.
The holiday of a lifetime awaits these 5 lucky South Africans and their partners, all thanks to Hyundai South Africa, because life is beautiful with the all-new Hyundai Tucson.
All right, so we do know that Father's Day is one of the most important days for Dad in the year. Now, with saying thank you so much for all the things that he does for us, why not gift him with something that he will absolutely love? It is the A to Z of Dadding with Woolies, where we are going on a search for the perfect gift for Dad. We're looking at practicality, meeting style, meeting something that he will absolutely treasure. Now, here to help us is Expresso's fashion editor, Nick Strelitz.
You deliver those words like a songbird. You have just such a natural way with words. It's really beautiful. That's a beautiful tribute.
Thank you.
I feel touched.
Good tribute.
I feel touched with that. Yes, it's gifting. Okay. What? So I'm gonna start with your. Okay, South Africa. This is what happened. Okay, I knew who you guys were selecting for your father figure tributes, right? So then I curated beautiful Woolies sort of baskets specifically for each of these guys.
Nice.
The key to good gifting.
I've got a few.
Oh, you kept going, and then you were
Where's
like,
the trolley?
and my cousin Jerry and his mama Monique. I was like, I haven't got enough gifts. I only went to Woolies for like an hour. So don't bring any more people, please.
Okay.
Okay, so uncle. So okay, the key to good gifting is curating baskets across categories.
Okay.
So you don't have to be extravagant, but if you get one sort of key piece from, say, foods, fashion, decor, homeware, and make a really beautiful all-encompassing basket. This is your uncle's basket.
Yay!
But only
Which
the first
one?
uncle gets something. The
Okay.
second uncle don't get nothing.
Oh, wow.
Grandpappy get nothing. But they can share, which is lovely. But this is for uncle number one on the motorbike because he was my sort of motivation.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is he
cool.
a judge of
What?
the High Court or what?
What do you mean?
What's that?
Can I get there? Okay, so he likes food. He's a foodie, right?
Yes.
He enjoys the braai, as they would say in South Africa.
Braai.
The braai.
Okay,
Braai is
nice.
something else.
Real nice. Okay, so this is really about all-encompass sort of cooking and
And
braai.
he loves braaiing, hey?
Does he love braai?
He loves braaiing so
What
much.
is that
This is
about?
for meat. It's to texturize your meat.
It's a mallet, right?
Oh, okay.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is a mallet.
It's not a gavel.
Oh,
It's not a gavel.
okay.
That's what you would use in court.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is for the kitchen.
Okay.
That'd be
But
fun.
if you take it to the club and some like person who grinding on you that you don't want, you can just put it on and you can just go. Which is really nice. So good gifts are always multi-purposeful and multifunctional. So that's what
Wonderful.
this biltong, I know you've had your eye on this, Miss Williams.
This is mine, yes.
Isn't this great?
For my uncle.
Can we
Yeah.
make
I'll
sure
just
it
keep
gets
it
there?
now so that we make sure he gets it.
Yeah, yeah, well,
Thank
okay,
you.
What's next? What's
okay,
next?
I love
What's
this
next step?
six-seater tablecloth. Okay, people don't normally think a tablecloth is something a dad would want, but think about the whole experience, the experiential part of gifting.
Yeah.
Braaiing, we're creating a moment, we're creating a memory, so you really need to think about the functionality
Nice.
behind braaiing.
So
I
all
think
those
he'll
brands will
probably
be
end up
nasty.
giving this to his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
what's
really?
next?
Okay, obviously these are prongs, so this is like essential
Yeah.
when you are braaiing, as they tell me in South Africa.
Why do you
Okay.
sound like that?
I'm trying my best. Okay.
Okay.
And this is quite novel. So this is obviously a griddle, and it's I mean, feel how
A
heavy this
griddle is everything. He would
griddle's a-
love a griddle.
That can go on the braai, that can go in the oven.
Okay. All right, my dad. What's my dad getting?
Poppy.
What's Grafisha getting?
He's getting socks.
That's why they have Papa
I
Penny.
swear,
that's
my
all I
dad
got.
is going to be the envy of the SAPS in Pretoria Central. They're
Okay,
all
no,
gonna
but,
want
okay,
it.
so again, it's about picking different from different categories. So
Okay.
a little bit of fashion.
Sock, yeah.
This long market barber hair and body wash, 2-in-1. What's going on over
I
here?
might take this for just in case I decide to do that hairstyle again.
Oh my
'cause he
God,
doesn't
are you
have
going
much
to?
hair.
No,
So-
don't. But I love the 2-in-1 aspect as well. So it's bang for buck. It's vegan, 100% vegan,
Nice.
which we love.
We love that.
Okay, some coffee. Coffee normally isn't sort of a quintessential gift, maybe necessarily. But if you think about all the ways I said you can translate coffee into
Yeah.
beauty, grooming.
Yeah.
But what if
Check
he
us out.
doesn't have a coffee machine?
Then
Okay.
again.
What else is my dad getting?
Again at the club.
What else is my dad
Oh, sorry.
getting?
Okay. We always have to do a bit of this chocolate, which is gorgeous. This biscotti, it's just really, really stunning from Woolies.
nice.
All the chocolates, generally biltong nuts, that's sort of their go-to.
Yeah.
That's where we know them from.
Perfect. My dad's getting old, so he's starting to like sweet things and
That's-
all of that. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And tumblers.
Oh.
Tumblers, again, these are gifts you might not necessarily think dad sort of wants or needs, but they're practical. The best gifts are functional. They might not be aesthetically something that's like, wow,
Yeah.
but think about the long term.
Yeah, and
I
this
think
is what
this
we
is
love.
pretty
We
wow,
love
to be
functional
honest.
gifts, and you can
Yeah.
continue to spoil your dad and go and check out more options, especially when it comes to the A to Z of dadding, courtesy of Woolies. Now, to spread the love this Father's Day, you can shop at Woolworths Gifting in-store. You can go online at www.woolworths.co.za, or you can even use the Woolies app. It's made super easy for you. You can also go to Expresso's Facebook page for the link to shop right now. And then if you want to take Dad's gift to the next level, you can visit Woolworths Sandton, Eastgate, Gateway or Canal Walk stores tomorrow and on Sunday for bespoke personalization, engraving and wrapping, all to make sure that your dad feels super special on Father's Day.
I'm so hungry. I'm actually
like what?
feeling a little bit faint. I'm so hungry.
Princess, can you sort him out? What do you have in the oven?
Please, my dear.
Fresh croissant.
Fresh croissants. Yes,
Thank you,
please.
sweetie.
Oh. And when they are fresh, they're the best.
It's the smell that's permeating our studio.
With the butter
Absolutely love it.
melting inside, and you can enjoy that with a cup of coffee as well.
Maybe a
Thank you
bit
very
of
much.
cheese,
Oh, there's two! There's two! Bless
must
you!
have been love.
Blessed
Oh, man.
be. Thank you so much, Princess. We're going to be enjoying this during this ad break, and we'll be right back with your Friday edition of your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, we need
Croissant,
some feel
sir?
good. Oh, thank you, man. Bless you, son.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Clover Amasi is a thick, creamy mass your family will love. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. We're in my favorite part of our Expresso studio. It is the kitchen, and Chef Tash is here. Now, ahead of Youth Day this Sunday, Chef Tash is going to be making, or rather Saturday, when is Youth Day? The 16th?
16th.
Yes. She's going to be making us an amazing recipe, and we tasked her with making something that brings back childhood memories. And apparently it is a rustic scone, or what you call rustic scones.
Yes.
Welcome to the show, my darling.
Thank you so much. So this is my mom's recipe. Hello, Mom. I told
Hello,
her
Mom.
to watch. So there's a Xhosa saying that says, you suck it from the breast. So it means that in Xhosa it says, "Uyincance beleni."
Yes.
So I used to think my mom was just not good in the kitchen. She never used to measure anything until I started cooking.
Yeah.
And I actually I was so amazed that she made these scones. When I came up with this recipe, I did not have measurements because my mom just used to hoi, and it always came out perfectly.
Which is strange because baking is more of a science and you need like specific measurements.
Definitely.
And for her to be able to get that right, she must have been really good.
Definitely.
And that's
she
why you're
used to
really
do
good.
it in heels.
Oh, wow. This is where you get your fabulosity from.
She's over 80.
Wow.
She still does heels.
I love your mom. She's like a woman after my own heart. All right, so what do we need for your rustic scones today?
For our rustic scones, we have self-raising flour. She always uses self-raising flour. We have butter, but what I've done with the butter is we've frozen the butter because it needs to be cold. The colder it is, the nicer, the better, the fluffier the scones. We're using Amasi. This is there's no preservatives in here, and it's going to give us that nice and rustic look. So we are going to do about 3/4 of a cup, and we are going to mix with vanilla. Please do that for me.
All right. Oh, you're putting me to work. I thought I was just here to be fabulous.
No.
Okay, so I'm mixing these two together.
Definitely. And then I'm going to do salt in our flour, and then sugar. Mix
the
the
vanilla
dry
does
with the
add
dry.
something different to it. I've
Definitely.
never added vanilla to this. My mom also used to love making scones. I'm going to put it out there. Mom, you haven't made them in a while. Might want to start again. Some really interesting information about this while you are continuing with your mixture. Clover Amasi is a fermented milk, and it does not, like Chef Tash said, contain preservatives. It contains 3.3% butterfat, and it can be used in place of buttermilk, and is great for cooking and for baking as well. It's super nutritious, and you can add it to things like soups and pastas, dips and sauces. Maize meal is known to be South Africa's staple food, and it has the ability to keep you full for many, many hours. Anybody that's gotten involved in that, you know that it is a massive staple, and you don't need to eat for 5 days afterwards.
I'm smiling because this is so nostalgic. The flour and crushing the butter into the flour is so nostalgic.
How much fun is that? And it just gives me such a sense of peace whenever I'm doing that, hey? I saw that you also grated the butter. Do you want to tell us why?
It was frozen, so it incorporates easier into the flour.
My mom always just let me do that part.
Definitely.
I love
this
it
is the
so
nicest part.
much.
This is the part that brings back the childhood memories. So we are going to do Amasi, and if you see, it's better to use a little and add more, because if it's too watery, then you cannot reverse it. But then if it's less, you can always add more. So the magic with scone butter is that you don't overwork it.
Yes.
I prefer using my hands.
Use the hands, girl.
I don't mind getting dirty.
If you would like the recipe for these rustic scones, all you have to do is SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. We'll gladly send you the ingredients list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making this gorgeous childhood recipe. Very easy, simple ingredients, but I'm sure really tasty as well. Chef Tash is getting in there, and while she's getting in there, we have prepared a little recap for you as to how we went about making these incredible rustic scones.
Freshly baked scones straight from the oven should be everyone's cup of tea, especially on a cold winter's morning. To make your family's day, get up a little bit earlier and add 1 cup of grated clover butter to 2 cups of self-raising flour. And rub together with your fingertips until you have a breadcrumb consistency. Next, add a 1/4 cup of sugar and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And mix to combine. Pour a cup of Clover Amasi into a separate bowl. Add a teaspoon of vanilla essence and whisk to combine. Then pour into the flour mixture and fold together to form a dough. Roll out the dough and cut out squares before arranging them on a lined baking tray. Bake the scones at 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 minutes until golden brown. Serve with your favorite jam and whipped Clover fresh cream. Winter blues? What winter blues? Warm your kitchen and your family's hearts with these easy and delicious Clover Amasi rustic scones.
Made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover. Chef Tash, that looks absolutely amazing. So you are at one of the final processes of our rustic scones.
So make sure that your surface is buttered. Sorry, it's floured rather.
Yes.
So as said earlier, do not overwork your dough, because if you do that, then your scones are going to become very dense.
We don't want that.
You want that flakiness when you break it. If you look at that, it's a rustic, but when you break it, it's got that.
And how long do they go in the oven for?
About 20-25 minutes.
Nice.
But what I normally do, you don't really time it. As soon as it browns, then you can take it out. So what we are going to do here, can you see how nice that comes out?
It is perfection.
We are going to use our Amasi again, just to brush it.
Love it. So we're brushing it. Super easy recipe for our rustic scones this morning. Clover to 33728. We will send you the ingredients list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making these beauties yourself. Well done.
Clover Amasi is a thick, creamy mass your family will love. Made with love by Clover.
Delish.
I know. Well, you guys, you know how much I love anything personalized.
Yes.
Well, I got super duper excited when I found out that Oma Rusks, they have pop-up stores in malls around the country where you can get your name printed on their new awesome mugs. Plus, there are plenty of delicious rusks going around. So really, there's complimentary coffees. And I mean, what more could you want on such a cold winter's time?
Perfect.
Take a look. It's winter time, and that means only one thing. It is Oma Rusk season. I'm very excited. We're at Canal Walk, where Oma Rusks have a wonderful pop-up store, and it promises to be a whole lot of delicious fun. Let's go check it out. I've just bought my Oma Rusks, the choc chip flavor, and what's great is customers can have their mugs personalized by having their name printed on and, of course, sharing their favorite dipping time. This is mine, so let's go make my personalized mug. Narina, I can't believe it's been 80 years of Oma Rusks. What do you think it is about the brand that's so nostalgic for South Africans?
Well, Zoe, Oma Rusk is such a South African thing. It is as South African as the Big Five. Every child of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond grew up with Oma Rusk.
In the past, we loved finding out how people like to dip their Oma, and this year is all about everyone's favorite dipping time.
Well, everyone has their favorite time to dip an Oma, be it early morning, lunchtime, as a mid-afternoon snack. So we wanted to showcase how versatile Oma is, and this can be as a tummy full or a snack any time of the day.
Now, Narina, I have to ask you, what's your favorite dipping time?
Well, I like to start my morning the South African way, so I'm definitely an early morning dipper.
That's amazing. Mr. Samuels, I see you have got some rusks with you. What's your favorite flavor?
Condensed milk, sweet. I love it sweet.
Oh, so you like the sweet rusk. And tell me, what is your favorite dipping time?
Whenever I have Oma Rusk, that's my favorite dipping time, because I can't eat my Oma without dipping it. You know, it's just not an Oma Rusk if you don't dip it.
So you basically have the every time dipping time?
Yeah. Whenever I have an Oma in my hand, that's when I dip. When I dip, you dip, you know.
When I dip, you dip. That's a good one.
Yeah.
My favorite dipping time is in the morning at work. That's how I start my day at work, with a cup of coffee and a rusk.
So I think we can safely say that this is the early work dip. Oh, look at that. Zoe's name is on a mug. I absolutely love anything personalized, and this Oma Rusk mug is going to fit into my house perfectly. And you know what, when it comes to Oma Rusks, I don't think there's a memory where I don't have an Oma Rusk during winter, whether I go to family or friends. We all have one of these boxes in our homes, and I can't wait to try out the new choc chip flavor. This literally is a slice of heaven for winter. If I have to think of my favorite dipping time, I have to say I'm, yes, an early morning dipper, but especially a TV dipper. So I'm calling my dip the hashtag TV dipper.
Normally I buy the muesli, but today I've bought the chocolate chip to try.
Ah, and what's your favorite time of the day to dip your Oma?
I normally have my cup of coffee about between 10 and 10:30. So that's when I would have my first rusk.
Okay, so you're definitely an early morning dipper. Hilton Oma is celebrating 80 years being in the industry. What would you say has been the key to the brand's success?
I think really just the brand being authentic and staying true to its roots. You know, we've kept the Oma recipe for the past 80 years, and I think in doing so just delivered a great quality product with a really one-of-a-kind taste, and I think consumers have just really continued to love that over the past years.
I was so excited when I saw you've launched a choc chip rusk. What inspired the new flavor?
We've obviously had a lot of requests for a bit of a sweeter, more indulgent offering, so we decided to answer that request and come out with the choc chip. It seems to be going really well at the moment, so hoping to just broaden the appeal of rusks even further to people who perhaps love biscuits but have never tried a rusk. So yeah, it's a new journey for Oma and perhaps one of many more to come.
Now I have to ask you, what is your personal favorite dipping time?
I am a late night dipper, so I love a bedtime dipper rusk just before bed and have a little indulgent treat.
Robin, you're hanging out with your grandma here, and we all have our favorite dipping moments when it comes with Oma rusk. But I have to know from you, do you have a special flavor that you like?
Most definitely the chocolate chip. I love chocolate and it's like amazing, especially like dipping it into tea or coffee.
And do you have a favorite dipping time?
In the morning, definitely before school, I have to have, every morning I have the rusks.
Okay. A little treat before the day ahead?
Yes.
Oh, sounds amazing. Well, listen, enjoy your rusks and enjoy having your customized mug made. Well, I've got my personalized mug. I've picked up some boxes of the new choc chip flavored Oma rusk, and I can't wait to go home and try this out with my friends. And that's the best part about winter, staying home and enjoying a good cup of tea while dipping your Oma.
Anytime is dipping time.
So first of all, I don't think people realize just how unbelievably popular the chocolate chip version of the Oma rusk is really going to be. So if you're wondering where you can get out and enjoy some free rusks, yes, you know, a little bit of free coffee, and get your personalized coffee cup. Do you call it a mug? It's not a cup, it's a mug.
It's a mug. It's a mug, and you personalize it.
It's comfortable and it's awesome. Where, now that you've filled your mouth with food, can people get these mugs personalized?
Plenty places. The first one is you can go to Tiger Valley in Cape Town. You can also go to Maponya Mall in Soweto, Menlyn Park in Gauteng, Pretoria, and the Pavilion Mall in Gateway Theatre of Shopping in Durban. Plenty of places.
There we go.
I'm going to go places.
Okay, so hopefully you've gone and actually bought some rusks yourself, and you can join us in doing this while we take a break and rusk it up and dip it the Oma way. We'll see you in a bit.
Rusk it up, is that actually a term?
Yeah, we're rusking it up.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's a Friday morning, and we've been hanging out with the coolest of the cats out there, man.
Yeah,
Good to have you, man. And we've been enjoying the music, even between the breaks, or in the breaks, when you guys have been, you know.
Some beautiful people on set, eh?
I can see the appreciation, brother.
I really liked it.
Listen, so now we know that you have a show tomorrow. What time does the show start, by the way?
Our show starts at 6. We have the Gugulethu Voices Choir. We also have the Cape Town Philharmonic. Some great musicians in the band. We have Siama Kuzeni and Ntanta Mahlangu. We have Khunzi Macheno on percussion. And we have the Cape Town Philharmonic. It will be a blast. Once again, we're commemorating June 16, 1976. Voiced over by Kollega Putuma, directed by Amandla Mbotwe. So it's going to be quite a big thing. So yeah, all the works.
It sounds like it. Where are tickets available? And
tickets are available on CompuTicket. You can find them online. And if you want to know more information about the show, I have it also on my website. My website is amandlafreedom.com, and they can check us out on Twitter, on Instagram, all the social media platforms, and we also have our albums available for download on iTunes, Spotify, you name it.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all there. You're a very passionate man, inspired and motivated by the youth. What would your message be to the young people out there, given that we are looking at celebrating Youth Day?
My message to the youth of 2019 is to stay steadfast, keep at it. The sky is the limit, and persevere.
Absolutely, man. What's the last song you've prepared for us?
We've prepared a song that I've composed dedicated to the youth, entitled #Movement.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
In the national news this morning, the State of the Nation address next week in Cape Town will be much more subdued, with a number of cost-saving measures announced by the National Assembly Speaker Thandi Modise yesterday. There will be no imbongi or praise singers to usher President Cyril Ramaphosa into the chamber, and no post-address dinner by MPs. Parliament has budgeted some 2 million rand for the address. Brexit figurehead Boris Johnson came by a landslide in the first round vote yesterday as a leader to replace British Prime Minister Theresa May in the deadline to leaving the EU. And finally, in a breakthrough that could save millions of lives, scientists have found a way to convert all blood types to the universal O-negative blood type that is safe for all patients to receive by using microbes found in the human gut. Science magazine says there is a new study published in Nature Microbiology state that scientists have discovered a way to change type blood A into the universally accepted type O negative blood type. This universal blood type is especially important in emergency rooms, where doctors may not have time to determine an accident victim's blood type. Further studies need to be conducted, but if proved successful, the conversion type A blood type would revolutionize blood transfusions. Well, that was your final update of your Express headline news. Let's take another look at what's happening in the world of sport.
Well, yet again, not a ball ended up being bowled. The Cricket World Cup match between India and New Zealand ended with no result as the match was abandoned due to persistent rain in Trent Bridge in Nottingham yesterday. So the match ended without a ball being bowled, and both teams then walk away with a single point. So it's the fourth match of the tournament to be called off due to rain. Both teams remaining unbeaten, though, with New Zealand consolidating the top spot on the log at this stage with 7 points, while India, they jumped to third with 5 points. Then on the footballing front, mixed blessings at the moment, but a bit of a tough night for Banyana. They suffered their second loss at the FIFA Women's World Cup, going down 1-0 to China at the Parc des Princes Stadium last night. China's only goal, and there could have been many. They had many opportunities. It came in the 40th minute from their star player, Li Ying, who was on fire last night. Managed to breach the South African defence in fine style. So on Monday, South Africa will face a very tough, mountain to climb in the German outfits, and that's in their final Pool B clash as Germany look to go top of the group. Then on to the hockey front, a very great midweek hockey outing for South Africa as they claimed a 2-1 win over Russia. That was to qualify for the semi-finals of the FIH World Series taking place in Bhubaneswar in India. Nkobile Ntuli and Ryan Julius scoring for South Africa, while Georgi Orsia was the only goal scorer for Russia. So on Monday, the team eased past Mexico 6-0, and well, today they take on USA in the last 4 rounds. So still plenty of mountains to climb there as well. Then throwing weekend's World Cup action. Today we have got England taking on the West Indies. Should be quite an interesting one. I think England, the host, still obviously favourites to take the tournament. That's happening at the Rose Bowl, kicking off at 11:30. Then tomorrow afternoon at 2:30, a day-night game as South Africa take on Afghanistan, still in search of a win in this year's tournament. Of your sport for this morning.
Well, here's a final look at the roads in Gauteng, Kaya Sand. There's protest actions taking place on Malibongwe Drive affecting parts of Kaya Sand and Cosmo City. Please avoid this area this morning and make use of an alternative route. Then in the Western Cape and Lansdowne on the M5 northbound, there's some congestion between Doncaster Road and the N2. The average travelling speed is only about 15 kilometers an hour, so you can expect delays of up to 20 minutes. And if you're travelling by train, here's a quick update on the Monte Vista line. There are faulty points at Belleville, speed restrictions and sets out of service. Now all inbound and outbound Wellington Kraaifontein trains are currently rerouted to operate via Monte Vista, so you can expect delays of up to 20 minutes. And that's where we leave your traffic.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Thank you so much, Zoe. Let's take a final look at the weather across the country this morning. Before we do that, I want to say thank you so much to our viewers who sent in their beautiful sunrise pictures. Thank you to Virgil Constable for your beautiful orange skyline from Port Elizabeth, as well as Enva Akim for your spectacular pink skyline from Parkwood out here in Cape Town. And now the temperatures across the country, starting off in Polokwane. Your low is 3 and your high 20 today. Mbombela 5 and 21. Pretoria 4 and 18. If you're in Johannesburg, your low is 2 and your high 17. Mahikeng, northeasterly wind of 13 kilometers per hour, 3 is your low and your high is 21. Klerksdorp starts off at 0, cold day with a high of 20. Kimberley 1 and 18. Bloemfontein with the lowest temperatures in the country, -4, your low and your high 17. Richards Bay, highest temperatures in the country, 12 today is your low and your high is 21. Pietermaritzburg 4 and 19. Durban 12, reaching a max of 20. Mthatha with high humidity today, 1 is your low and your high is 19. East London 9 and 20. Craddock 1 is your high, or rather your low, and your high is 18. Port Elizabeth 9 and 20. If you're in George 7, your min and your maximum 19. Sutherland 0 and 16. Cape Town, Mother City 6 and 17. Worcester 5, your min and your maximum 21. Springbok 6 and 21, your high. Lastly, Uppington 2, reaching a max of 22. We leave it for today. If you want to be like Virgil as well as Akeem, send us those beautiful sunrise pictures on our social media using the hashtag Expresso Show. We'll do this again, once again on Monday.
So yesterday I got a beard styling masterclass from an awesome dude, someone I've gotten to know quite well in kind of the broader male grooming space, Farron Greening from Bonnet Fair, absolute champion. And today I'm going to pay it forward, suggesting some looks that I think that we as a team, but mainly I think, would allow Expresso fashion editor and all-round nice guy Nick Strelitz to live his best beard life.
All-round nice guy? I don't want to be a nice guy. I'm sick of it.
What do you want to be?
I want to be like a badass.
You want to
like
be edgy, yo?
Yeah, I'm edgy.
Well, maybe, my
streets.
friend.
Yeah.
Maybe the beard is the way to do it.
It could be. You tell me.
This could be the first step. So,
okay.
I've got to ask, because these are all questions that were asked of me yesterday, and you forced me. I've become the beard guy.
You have,
so you know.
I love it.
I'm the beard guy. Just about every beard grooming person has sent me. I've got every kind of lotion and brush, which is awesome.
People on the streets just chucking razors at you.
Yeah,
help
man,
me,
beard
help
conditioners,
me.
and which I love. But I haven't actually ever thought of growing it out. Would you
Yeah.
grow a beard out? Would you rock a full-on, hardcore
I
beard?
don't think I could necessarily pull that off.
Because you got a manly chin, dude.
I got a bit of a chisel. My mama gave me a chisel jawline, but then someone in the street would see me as being this like ultra macho. You got a beard, man. What's up? And then I'd be like, your shoes are terrible, sir. You know what I mean? Like there could be like a very like dichotomous relationship there. And also I hate that like itchy. You know when you start to get
Where
that
it gets
itch,
scratchy, yeah.
And you can either commit and go or you can shave. I tend to just go for the shave.
Just gooi.
But
look,
I like the idea.
You, like me, you have some designer stubble and you take good care of it. You've helped me kind of work some really nice tips on how to keep it there, look good.
You look
Because
good.
you don't have like the thickest beard
Yeah.
as well, so it looks good as designer stubble. Would you go a little bit longer? Because I'm progressing. I'm like
you're getting
tiptoeing towards out of the stubble space. Would you take it a little bit longer?
I think I would, but like I said, there is a sort of a point at which I stop.
So there we go. We call it the long. You could look like that.
But I don't know if I want the connector. You know when it connects?
Yeah.
That gets a bit.
Because then you're getting a Tash.
I'm getting yeah. It's a bit grandpappy for me. I'm a young, youthful, energetic.
You are, and you're full of sass. You've got that spice,
Do
bro,
I?
which
I don't think I'm
you've
sassy.
got that sass. So how do we exhibit maybe a bit more of an edgy look with an extended goatee?
I will be passing on the extended goatee, but I thank it very much for being here this morning.
You've got beautiful, thick, dark hair.
Okay,
Would it not
are you
make
selling
you look
it?
more
going.
distinguished?
I don't
Have you
think
ever
that's
worn
mine.
a goatee? Have you?
No,
ever?
I've never worn.
Me
Can you
neither.
believe it?
No,
Can
me
you believe
neither.
it? Okay, that's not for me. No.
Okay, so now this one, and this one hit home with Thabiso, okay, because of his lack of jawbone apparently, and it wasn't a dig, dude. You've got a beautiful face with beautiful features.
No jawbone.
But we like the name as well. How would you feel about the Balbo? It's kind of like the Tony
Balbo.
Stark. It's not quite a goatee.
Yeah.
It's not pronounced. It's just a little something there.
It's quite like
edgy.
Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
Like,
I can see you're already feeling it.
I'm
embodying
feeling the salsa. Okay, I see where you're going with this. Not convinced. Not convinced.
Do you know what the key to this story is, my brother?
Yes.
You are perfect.
Just the way you are. Did you watch Bridget Jones's Diary?
I actually did watch a little bit last night.
Oh, that is exactly.
Just two bros selling beards with Bridget Jones's Diary.
This is where we've come to. We've come full circle with Renee Zellweger.
Dude, I think both you and I are building up towards using this bad boy, the
That's
premium.
the
I love
five,
the fact that we've got now disposable razors, but you've got a premium range of disposable razors with the amount of blades that best suit you, the shape of your face, the contour. I think you would probably use maybe a few less blades.
Yes.
I've got kind of a squarer, wider jaw. Yours is a bit more chiseled and pronounced.
Thank you, Graeme.
But that's what I'm saying. I think the joy of being able to actually find the premium piece of equipment, and you don't have to go out there and spend $1 million.
No, which is... I mean, this is amazing. Premium disposable razors. I kept saying this seems like an oxymoron, but it really isn't with Bic. I mean, you're getting the luxe element, and you're getting something that you can also chuck once it's done, and it's the best of both worlds.
Dude, I hope when I see you in Los Angeles, ultra rich and famous, that I don't even recognize you because you've got a beard like this, man.
I probably won't recognize you.
Because I'll have a beard like this.
No, I will.
So the best thing about experimenting with beard styles is that nothing is permanent. The joy is you can shave it off and it grows back. And if you don't like what you see, shave it off again with Bic's Flex line of premium disposable razors, and then start again. And you can purchase your Bic razor and shaving cream at leading local retailers. Learn more about their product offering at za.bicworld.com. Dude, you've opened up a whole new world for me. I care about
Bridget
my
Jones,
face and my beard.
beautiful beard.
You're awesome, dude.
Amazing.
Love you, bro.
Master your look with Bic Flex.
Well, you know, birthdays are a huge part of our Expresso family. We love celebrating birthdays, and today we are celebrating a birthday of one of our extended Expresso family members, and we have to honor this young man.
We do. He was guest presenter here last week on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and he's also one of my partners in crime. We're going to wish Cole Wasty a happy birthday. Of course, he was here last week.
Hey.
Birthday. And we've got a special song for you. Are you guys ready?
Yes. Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Happy birthday, Wasty.
Happy birthday, Carl. Carl is one of the most talented individuals I have ever met in my life, hands down, and such an incredible human being. So from our family to yours, happy birthday, Carl.
Enjoy the day, buddy.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to it. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso Live, right here on SABC3. It is a Friday, and we're getting that feel good flowing. It's not stopping. And of course, ahead of Father's Day happening this Sunday, we've asked you on social media if you've already bought your father or your father figure any gifts for that day. And we asked you, 60% of you saying, no, Woolies, here I come, and 40% saying, yes, it's sorted. Let's take a quick look at the messages that you've sent through as well. Kay Simon says, good morning, beautiful people. May all fathers have a blessed Father's Day. God bless you all. Teresa Spiner says, morning, Expresso fam. My awesome dad is in heaven. Miss him very much, but I wish all the dads a blessed Father's Day and enjoy with family. And lastly, Sipo Makosonke says, good morning, Expresso Show family. Happy Father's Day. The sentiment is all the same. Everybody's wishing all the fathers a fantastic Father's Day. If you haven't yet gone to Woolies and bought those gifts, the time is right after this show. Happy Father's Day.
Sasco, baking together since 1930.
Freezing temperatures outside. We won't let those slow us down because Father's Day is upon us. It's a very important day. And of course, I'm sure the fires will be lit.
I'm having a braai.
It'll be a lituation. Yep. And of course, you can expect all kinds of things to be going on. And when it comes to any braai, the braai broodtjie is but the humble hero that we need to salute. And this weekend, let Dad take a back seat. You're going to be making the braai broodtjies.
The horstavores of the braai. Yeah?
The what?
The horstavores.
So we're going to be showing you two different styles of making braai broodtjies. SMS Sasco to 33728. You got the
I got the sweet side. I'm not even going to call it dessert because you want to be able to eat it at any time. I don't want to pigeonhole this as a dessert. And I'm also gravitating towards yours a lot, dude. Is that a shredded pulled lamb in a...
I'll let you know what my ingredients are all about. Let's get into yours
Okay,
first.
so I obviously, going to boarding school, a good chocolate spread was like pure gold. So I absolutely love it. You find me a human being on this planet who doesn't like a chocolate spread, get out. Okay?
Get out of my house.
Just get out, go. We've got a caramel spread, sauce there as well, and bananas. Now, we love bananas. A banana anywhere near a braai is awesome because it caramelizes, it gets even sweeter. This is going to be amazing. And, I mean, you can even smooth it out with a couple of marshmallows there. But basically, all you need to do... I like the way I've got 2 knives because our kitchen fairy, Nicole, is OCD and you can't mix your sauces, okay? So I'm going to start with...
Cross-contamination. Can you cross-contaminate chocolate spread?
Chocolate with caramel, don't you dare. But look at that. Just look at that gloss, that shine. Go with down-the-line chocolate or a bit of a hazelnut chocolate. The choice is yours.
And, of course, we're using Sasko bread here, which has been around for over 80 years. The brand that South Africans know
80
and
years?
love. 80 years, brother, man.
So our grandparents might have been making sandwiches just like this, dude.
Not as fancy. Maybe using same quality or
maybe just the bread.
Yeah, from a quality perspective, but certainly not as cuisine.
I'm sure I'm putting far too much on
that. That is a lot. I was about to say, like, whoa.
No, you have to, dude, because it's going to melt and it's going to seep into the bread. Have you seen how beautiful and porous that bread is? You want it to kind of
soak
seep
in
and squelch all over your chin as you have it. Then using my separate clean knife, I'm going to put a bit of the caramel spread. Okay, and this, I'm actually going to split into 2.
There we go. That's a good one. Oh, my word.
Get in there.
That is the entire serving.
Do you know that it's actually so chilly out here that the
You've lost control of your limbs.
I was going to say the caramel spread is frozen, but I might have. No, I think my stomach has overtaken my brain. That looks amazing. And then we're just going to layer it up with little bits of, there
we go.
Banana. And dude,
while you do that, I'm going to start on mine. Can I do that?
Oh, this is all coming together. So, buddy, I think mine might win ultimately at the end of the day, but give it a go. Give it a good shot.
So I'm going to go first with the bit of a chili sauce, if you will. Harissa sauce, as you will call it.
And harissa goes lovely with the lamb, yeah?
There we go. So you're going to just spread that all around a bit.
Yeah, how are those cold fingers treating you now, buddy?
Yeah. They're good. They're good.
Actually, I'm going to pop that.
Give a bit more.
They're never going to let us do anything in the kitchen again.
And then we have some, as you said, pulled lamb over there. Or you can use any kind of meat that's left over as well. Pulled beef, pulled pork. We've got some caramelized onions.
But I'm loving the smoky vibe here with a nice lamb, and you get it.
So here you got the sweet and the hot all at the same time, and then the savory comes in the form of that lamb. There you go.
Don't hold back, eh?
I just want to make it manageable. You know what I mean?
This has actually come together beautifully, dude.
It has.
And you leave a little bit left over just to chow.
There you go. Just, oh, look at that.
Yummy.
Let it speak to you. SMS Sasko to 3372.
You're like a mason.
I'm such a perfectionist. When presentation, you eat with your eyes first, buddy.
Oh, my word. You didn't use your other spoon.
I'm sorry.
He's going to come in here and find you better.
2 spoons
have a spoonful of something with that and leave that dirty spoon, otherwise you're going to get in
and
trouble.
Just like that, are we going to place these on the fire?
Okay, we're going to go do that right now.
Okay.
I'm going to get
So Sasko to 33728, and these are the kind of braai broodtjies that your dad will thank you for. Let's quickly show you how we made them.
Spectacularly.
Deciding on a Father's Day menu can be a tough task. Don't worry, we've got your back. Let Dad take the back seat at the braai on Sunday by grilling these delicious Sasko braai broodtjies for Dad. To get started with your first braai broodtjie, add 1 teaspoon of chopped garlic and 3 sliced onions to a heated pan. Sauté until soft. Then add 1 cup of shredded braai lamb. Stir to heat through. Add 1 tablespoon sun-dried tomato pesto and stir to combine. Next, add your lamb mixture to your 4 Sasko premium slices white bread, spread the lamb filling and close the sandwiches. Butter your slices with 1 tablespoon of melted butter. Grill until golden brown. Add 1 tablespoon chopped mint, half a grated cucumber, and salt and pepper to a bowl. Then add 1 cup double-thick yogurt, stir to combine and set aside. Now for something a little sweeter for Dad, add 2 tablespoons of caramel spread,
and 2 tablespoons of chocolate spread to your slices. Then to finish off, add 2 sliced and caramelized bananas. Close the sandwiches. Grill until golden brown. Serve with toasted marshmallows, ice cream, and icing sugar. Not all braai broodtjies are created equal, but you can be sure that these ones by Sasco will hit the spot for Dad this Father's Day.
Ah, yes.
Best part is, look at that, you got a whole loaf to just keep on going, keep on going, keep on going until you've fed the whole land. And you can warm yourself up nicely by the fire. So what I've done here, we've got a little bit of our marshmallow vibe. See, it was calling to me. Look at the cross section there, because it melts, breaks down, goes into the bread. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Even make yourself like a dipping sauce with chocolate. Just push the bite out, man. Enjoy it.
SMS Sasco to 33728. With mine, you could serve it with a bit of a tzatziki, if you will. You know, just
get in there, man.
Just get in there.
And again, that keyword, Sasco to 33728.
Dip it in and let the crunch lead you. That's good.
Sasco, baking together since 1930.
Now, this coming Sunday, Vilakazi Street will transform into the epitome of youth culture, showcasing the entrepreneurial and creative spirit of South Africa as the annual Box Shop Food Market returns for its 4th edition. Now, the Box Shop Food Market is more than just your regular market, and it is a good excuse to enjoy local food, fashion, and art. The heart of this market lies in growing young entrepreneurs, and with the powerful backing of American Express, it is set to be a reality. And here to tell us more about that, Desmond Osmond, how are you?
I'm good, Leigh-Anne. Thank you so much for having us.
We love having you. You're available. You can come anytime. Listen, yesterday I got to speak to Thabiso, who is the co-founder of the Box Shop Food Market. It was so wonderful to chat to him and hear the heart behind this incredible platform. And what I love about it is it really does kind of, you know, give back to entrepreneurs and allow them to maybe have access to a market that they wouldn't usually have access to. And then American Express is backing them, which is even more powerful. Why the decision to do that?
So for us, it's quite a prevalent strategy for us. I mean, as American Express, we love people who love doing business.
Yeah.
And we love people who love the idea of doing global local business. And Vilakazi Street is the epitome of